Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be informative and my husband will help you guys how to get one of the requirements to use at 13A, which is NBI clearance. How to get the NBI clearance?
Everybody that is foreigner has to go to Manila to get it.
Okay, so what is the process on getting the NBI clearance, especially for foreigners like you?
So you gotta go on the link. So down below, it'll actually, you gotta build your account. There's step by step. It's pretty basic information.
So it's pretty much like a sign up thing.
Yes. Just so you know, I had problems BI office because us in America, our middle name is
Just a
not
regular.
yeah, it's not your family's name.
It's not your mother's maiden name.
So I was told, because in the passport it doesn't say middle name and other things other than like my birth certificate or marriage certificate or other stuff, that it's not right.
What you need to do between your first name, middle name, and last name.
So on your first name, after you put your first name, it's almost like a hyphenated type deal. You're gonna put your middle name in there.
So it's like together, your first and middle name.
And you'll leave your middle name blank. And then fill in your last name. And then we also want our address. So if you use an address, we have multiple addresses. We have a P.O. box, our apartment box, our apartment, and then our house that we're building right now. So I use the P.O. box on a lot of my stuff.
What's the best address to put it on your NBI clearance?
So you don't have to change it or anything. It would be the actual real address that you're going to be living at.
Your permanent address.
At the end of things. So like our house address is what they really want us to put. So NBI goes right along with immigration stuff. Building your account, just go in. It's pretty easy. You set up your account, click it's like a black NBI screen. You done an NBI before? Just hit no. It'll give you all your information. Put it in, and then it'll load into another page, which is where you'll fill out like all your passport information, what country you're from, birth dates, and all that stuff. And they're gonna require a picture, and it has to be specific. So you just take a picture, a beautiful mugshot of yourself, and load it on there to the NBI's website. And then once it's all done, it's pretty simple. Once it loads all up and it accepts everything, you can go up. There's a little tab up in the right hand corner. I had a really hard time finding that tab in the right hand corner because I was using my iPhone or I was using my tablet. It wasn't showing that specific icon.
So you're recommending to everybody to use the computer.
So there's little tabs. You just click make an appointment, and it pops up the date. Every day you can make an appointment. They do 2,000 people in the morning, 2,000 in the afternoon. And really that's just to set everything up for you later on. If you don't do it online, it's gonna be waiting in long lines. Even though the foreigner line, you just walk up, and if you do your appointment online, it's instant. It's really 15 minutes in and out when you get there.
So how many days from the day you set the appointment to your actual date? Because you said it's within.
Well, I could have done it the same day. I gave it some more time because I needed to be over 6 months living in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's also you need to consider before you get the NBI clearance here in the Philippines. You have to be at least 6 months.
You got to be here for 6 months. So I did it a couple weeks ahead of time. I didn't know what I was expecting. So it actually was, I can do it instantly. After you schedule your appointment, it'll pop up how much money you need. I think it's like a total of 130 pesos.
Less than 200 pesos.
Yeah, to do your whole appointment. I went down to 7-Eleven, the little kiosk things. Really basic, simple. You just other government things, and NBI pops up.
So
and then
you get those queue number?
Yeah, it gives you, and then you just put in your number, and then prints out a little slip, and you take it to the front desk at 7-Eleven, and then it actually shows almost instantly in NBI's website. Cause when I went back home, 7-Eleven's a couple minutes away from our house. I went back home and checked, and I had already showed that I had paid for my appointment already. Once I did all that online, I did everything, and then when it came up to the day, since I love Manila so much, I decided not to drive. I took the bus, and then I jumped on the LRT once I got into Manila to Buendia station, and then right where they drop you off for the LRT station, it's like a block you gotta walk because there's no drop off, no parking area, so the buses drop you off a little bit ahead of time. So I go jump on the LRT. After I got on the LRT, you go to the United Nations Avenue station. It is once you get there, you go down the steps. It is when you get off, it's kitty corner. You got to cross cross the street and then cross the street, and then it'll be like right off to your right, because you have the International Health, I think it is, UN Health Center right there, sharing the same block with NBI.
I'm with him too, so we got confused about the entrance of NBI. One is like, I think, a parking area, or it's a car entry only, so you have to go to the nearest entrance, which is close to the LRT exit.
So once you go into the NBI building, they'll check your stuff, and it's just a really big long hallway. You can bring family members.
It's like an L shape, and then
So you can bring family members. Once you get past the security guard, there's actually a little thingy off to the left side where your family members can wait for you. Like Cell came with me, and they didn't say anything.
It's like they call it escort. There's a specific location or area for the escort, but because I'm wife, and maybe they will think, oh, I can translate it for you. So they let us in together. But anyway.
So once you get through the long hallway, you go to your right side, and then there's kiosks where you can actually do manual apply for it online. They have computer desks right there where you can actually sign up for it.
So you don't have. So if you ever don't fill it up at home, you can just do it on the spot into the NBI front.
For foreigners, it's easy, but you still gotta wait in line. If you just show up and expect them to do it, they can do it. You're just gonna wait in line because there's all these little kiosks. You can pay right there, but I remember there was a really long line for the pay section. And there's also another little report problems desk. And then after that, there's like 2 steps or something, and there's a bathroom off to the left, and you walk up the steps, and then there's someone pointing people in the direction of where to go. Ours, we needed to go up to the 2nd floor, which is it's like the biometrics line. It is crazy. If you look online, people are complaining. The locals the Filipinos, when they have to go to NBI in Manila.
They don't set appointment.
The lines are atrocious. You can be there all day waiting to do your biometrics. It was bad when we got there. But off to the left, there's a little exit area, and I went and talked to the guy there, and he told me go straight in. And off to the left, there was a little counter. It says foreigners only. They first asked me if I had an appointment, and I said yes, I had an appointment. So then he gave me a piece of paper. It's a hard copy of the biometrics, and we filled it out. And then once I was done, he sent me over to line, which we skipped the hours and hours of waiting. Maybe 5 minutes it took. Got up there, the lady just asked for some ID, my passport, and printout slip of the information I had from 7-Eleven. Make sure you still have that because they will ask for that, showing that you paid for it, and it also brings up all your information when they scan it in. So did my pictures, fingerprints, and then went back to the little kiosk again for foreigners, and then they had me sit down, and I waited for the guy to come and do the manual biometrics. They use the old school to fingerprint you. So there's no imaginary ones. I know in the United States they use the ink that it shows, but once they put it on the paper, it doesn't show anymore on your hands. I recommend bring some baby wipes or some kind of tissues to get that stuff off. I got done doing that, and they told me to come back in 3 days. So we left, and I came back 3 days by myself. I was comfortable doing the buses it's easy to do
So-
buses. I actually get around pretty good with the LRT and the buses in Manila. I just waited and came back 3 days, so it was really easy. It's downstairs on the main floor. You walk up the little stairs next to the bathrooms, and you go all the way back into the back. On the left side, before you get into the area where you collect your NBI, there's another spot for the locals that have problems with their clearances because they all have the same name.
Yeah, they call it HIT. You had the same name, and they call that HIT.
Anyway, there's just a queue. It's all the way in the back corner. It's to the left side. Just get in line. Give them. They stamped this little thing and my receipt that I had from 7-Eleven. Again, I brought it with me because it has the date and all the information. So you just take it up there. They ask, I think you gotta have an ID. They never asked me for my ID. They just took the little paperwork, printed it off, and I mean, it was maybe 5 minutes. I mean, I had to go all the way up to Manila and ride the LRT and everything. And yeah, it took me 5 minutes. It wasn't bad. It was really quick and easy, not really painful at all. Even the first time going there to do the biometrics, it's simple. 15-20 minutes, we're in and out of there.
Well, that's it for today, guys, and hope this helped for the guys that trying to get their NBI clearance as a foreign.
It's mainly for foreigners because Filipinos have a different way
this
of
is not
doing
for
it.
us.
It's I think actually, I don't know if it's harder or easier. Ours is pretty easy. We don't have to wait. Alright, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified for our next videos.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.